So there are a lot of types of stash tabs in Path of Exile 2, and I want to make a quick video going over the different types and which ones I think are most important, especially if you only have the 300 credits from the base version of the game. So let's get right into it with going into hit M to go to our shop, and then we can go to sales, because actually this weekend the stash tabs are on sale, so definitely try to pick them up if you're on a sale. And they do seem to do these sales relatively often, so maybe wait to get your stash tabs until during a sale. But if you only have the 300 coins, the ones that I'd say you 100% should go for is a currency stash tab, a gem stash tab, and then you sort of have an option. You can either go for the premium stash tab bundle, which I think is a really good deal, or you could go for the premium quad stash tab. So the quad stash tab is basically just 4 tabs all in one. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. So this is a quad, so as you can see, the items are like really small in it, and then this is like a normal stash tab, right? So you can either go for the quad or the bundle of 6 premium ones. Is totally up to you. Personally, like if I had a choice, I would just go for the 6. And if you look at your cart, then that will be sitting pretty at 255, which is obviously less than the 300 points that you'll have. So let's go through the tabs and explain what the different ones are and why they're important. So quad tabs, we already went through. They're huge. Premium means that you can sell stuff from them on the PoE2 trade website, which I'll show you in a sec. But basically the way you trade is if you click on the right, you can name it, you can set it to public, and then you can choose how the items are priced. So you could do individually, you could set a negotiable price on all items, or you could set an exact price on all items. Personally, I do individually priced, and I have one public and one non-public quad premium tab, at least for now. But to be able to sell items, it has to be premium. So then in your premium stash tab, you're going to want to right click on whatever item you have, and then you can decide what to price it at, and then basically you can choose what you want for that item. And so that works for any of the premium tabs, but you can't sell stuff out of your normal tabs, as you can see here. So I have a bunch of just normal premium stash tabs, which are just like the quad premium ones, just they are smaller. And yeah, so moving on from premium and quad stash tabs, we have our currency tab, which basically has a slot for all the different types of currencies in the game, which is really helpful. If you don't have this, it can definitely be rough and have your inventory start filling up. I've also decided to keep my runes here because I don't think that there's a specific stash tab for them. I also may keep like maps here as well. Hopefully they add like a map or a waystone tablet thing eventually. But yeah, so really good. This is definitely like the most important stash tab to get. If you're going to get anything, get this one for sure. And then specifically for Path of Exile 2, a gem stash tab is really nice. It sorts your gems by, well, you can actually choose what you want to sort it by. You can do base level, you can do gem level, or you can do quality. Personally, I would go for base level because then it shows you what level the gems are. And then you can sort up here, so you can like turn off your skill gems, you can turn off support, or yeah, you can turn off support gems. Or have it just on support gems. Then you can do persistent buff gems and then uncut there as well. So you can support, or you can basically filter it how you want, and that is very nice and definitely needed, especially late game. This is a new character, so I don't have that many like uncut and different skill gems yet, but eventually you'll have a ton, and this will definitely be a needed stash tab. As you can see, you can have 500 items stored in the gem stash tab. So moving on to flasks, I think this is less of a needed one. As you can see, I don't even have anything in here yet. But just for example, if we put our flasks in here, it'll sort it by level. And then I believe that you can sort it by, yeah, mana and life flasks as well. But yeah, so definitely a helpful one if you're going to have multiple flasks, especially late game that have like different buffs and stuff. But definitely not needed. And this is sort of like, if you want it, you can have it. But it's, yeah, just not needed for sure. Then essences, these are things that upgrade different items with modifiers. It can definitely be useful to have this. Again, I don't think it's necessarily needed, definitely not as much as the currency and gems, but definitely a really nice tab for sure. Then delirium is for late game, and then unique stash tab's really cool. It displays all your uniques. It's pretty expensive, especially if you only have the 300. If we go into the shop, I believe that the unique stash tab, if I can find it, is, yeah, it's almost 110 all on its own, which you can almost get like 6 premium stash tabs for that. So definitely an expensive thing, but you can store all of your uniques in the game in this. And as you can see, each one has its own specific spot. So I can take that out, and you can also see like what percentage you've completed the uniques in the game. So for example, I can take off my helmet, put it in there, and then we have our helmets, our gloves, etc. So yeah, so it's a really cool one, and it lets you display your uniques. But again, definitely not needed. And then you can also zoom in and out on the different uniques that you have. And then finally, as I said, I bought a fair number of just the premium stash tabs. Eventually I'm planning on selling a fair number of items, so that's why I have so many of those, and I'll probably label them for the different items that I'm selling. Then I have 2 quad stash tabs just to throw stuff into. So let's go to the trade website just so I can show y'all what that looks like real quick. So here is the trade website, and it is pretty nice for sure. It's definitely not done, I don't think. But what you can do here is you can search by item, and then there's a ton of different filters you can do as well. So for example, you can search by item rarity, item level, the min and max damage, attacks per seconds, damage per seconds. There's a ton of different equipment filters that you can do. I think that the most like useful thing that I found to do with this so far is to search like a specific item that you have. For example, let me switch this back real quick. I have this Grimcore Dyad crossbow that has like 7 to 30 damage. So if I want to sell this on the marketplace and I don't know what it costs, I can do Grimcore, what was it called? Grimcore Dyad crossbow. Grimcore Dyad crossbow, and then you hit search. What the hell? Grimcore Dyad crossbow. I guess you hit custom search. And then it shows all of the Grimcore Dyad crossbows that are on the marketplace. And then it shows their price. Oh, yep. And here's mine actually. And it shows how long they were listed ago, the exact price that they are asking for it. And then you can, direct whisper them to get whatever item you need. This is a great way to upgrade your weapons if you're having trouble finding a better weapon. And it can definitely be really expensive to craft your own weapons and get lucky, and this is a lot easier way to get like a big upgrade. So I definitely suggest doing this if you're having issues with what weapon you have and stuff like that. So you can also filter it again by any number of things. So very, very helpful and definitely worth knowing about. Again, if you're going to trade, you need to have either the premium quad tabs or the premium tabs. You can't sell stuff from these tabs. So anyways, I hope y'all found this video helpful on the stash tabs. Make sure to take advantage of the sale this weekend. It's really awesome that they had a sale so early on in this game's lifetime. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll have a bunch more guides on Path of Exile 2 coming out later this week. But other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. There are guild stash tabs too if you would like to get into that. I forgot to mention that, but you can buy yourself guild stash tabs as well that are shared among your guild members, and then you can set permissions on that as well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to watch my mercenary build guide, which I'll have linked at the end of the video. And yeah, I'll see you next time.